Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Now today we are going to be having a quick run through on this. It's the Oceanic Geo 4.0. It's one of the latest dive computers in the range of DCs over at Oceanic. And I want to spend a couple of minutes just going through some of the features of this dive computer and also hooking it up to the Diver Log Plus app just to see how you can change some of the settings on this dive computer and see what other features are in there. So let's take a look. One of the first things you notice holding this in your hands is the strap. It has this cool modern feel to it and I absolutely love the design. It's also got these ridges on the back which help grip onto wetsuits. The computer comes with an extension strap for adding the extra length to accommodate thick dry suits, and as with a lot of the most recent releases we've seen this year in dive computers, the strap is interchangeable with other straps in the range, which come in a range of colours varying from black, white, blue, yellow and this sea blue, which is kind of like a light blue. These are easily changed by releasing this simple spring-loaded pin. The face has large digits on the screen and allows for the unit to be used as a general watch as well as a dive computer. The dive computer has a user replaceable battery feature which is easily accessed with one of these keys. And when wearing it, it feels light on the wrist. And in fact, I've spent the last few days wearing this for general use and found it really comfortable. The menu is navigated with these 4 buttons that have a responsive and sturdy feel to them. Bottom right is for the backlight only and the top right is to select. There are 2 modes, time and dive function. When in the time mode, the 2 left-hand buttons allow you to toggle through the date, the time, the temperature and view a dual time if you have one set up. It also has a timer, a stopwatch and alarm, and finally allows you to set the date and time. The dive mode is activated by a long press on the top left button, and then you scroll up and down through the menus using the 2 left-hand buttons. There is a great 1-button feature to view the last dive to save you entering the dive log function, which is really handy when filling out logs. There's a whole ton of customization features that you can set, but 2 I really want to call out are the dual algorithms and the mixed gas function. Oceanic's paint-tested dual algorithms allow you to choose a decompression algorithm that best suits your diving needs without compromising safety. Through the Diver Log Plus app, you can set the computer to run the DSAT or the Pelagic Z Plus to provide no deco and deco profiles. Moving on to the second point I wanted to call out, the mixed gas function. This allows you to run 3 gases on a dive with mixes ranging from 21% to 100% O2, and it's really easy to set up. Entering the F mode, you can set the gas and the PPO really easily. Now if you want to hook your Oceanic Geo 4.0 up to the Diver Log Plus app, it's really simple to do. You simply enter the dive mode on the dive computer, which automatically turns on the Bluetooth, and then open the app on the phone, and that's exactly what we're going to do now and take a look and see how straightforward that is. So we're simply going to enter into the app and we're going to turn on the dive mode on the dive computer. So the Bluetooth symbol comes up on the screen. I'm going to click on Add Device and it wants to start the Bluetooth connection. Now it's scanning for, and it's straight away it's found the Geo 4.0. We're simply going to click on that to connect the device to the phone. It gives me a simple code. There's a code on the dive computer screen which we're going to enter into the app on the phone. I'm going to click OK. Device added successfully, and there we go, it's in my devices. So we're now in the we're now on the app and we can now see exactly what's happening. So there you've got the serial number for the computer, firmware version, when it was synced, obviously today's date, history, it's done 32 dives, elapsed dive time 24 hours 24 minutes, maximum depth 39 meters, minimum temperature 9 degrees. If we click onto settings, we can set the time on the dive computer. So if you wanted to set the time and the date, any dual times, you can change that actually on the app rather than going into settings on the phone. You can set your gas, so 2 gas mixes here. So we've got, let's say we're going to set the first one at 21%. We're going to set the PPO to 1.4, and it's given us a maximum operating depth of 57 meters. And then for the second tank, let's say we're going to be diving 32% O2. So we set that at 32. Again, we'll set that at 1.4. And it's given us a maximum operating depth of 33.8. We're just going to click on the sync button. So we're now syncing that to the dive computer. And there we go. It's saying that it's paired on the dive computer, right in the settings, and there we go. The app is confirming that we've written the dive settings onto the dive computer successfully. So if we go back into that, we see the gas. We can see that we've set those already. You can set an alarm, so you can set an audible alarm, you can set a maximum depth alarm, an elapsed dive time alarm, dive remaining alarm, max tissue loading bar alarm. And it's also, you can also set it up for free diving. If you hit a certain depth, it'll also tell you that you've hit a depth. So it's great if you are a free diver or getting into free diving. Utility, wet activation is turned on, so as soon as the dive computer enters the water, obviously the water touches the contacts on the back of the computer, and that will activate the computer. We don't need to turn it on before we go in for the dive. Units of measure we've got set up as metric. We can obviously set the conservative factor on or off, and we can set turn the deep stop on or off on the dive computer. We can, in here, so in the algorithm NDL basis, we can decide whether we want to dive DSAT or the Z+, depending on whether we want a no deco or a deco dive profile. So we'll leave it on DSAT there. Safety stop, on, off, or timer. So it's great, we obviously have that on. You can set your safety time in minutes to 3 or 5 minutes. So it's set on 3. And you can decide when between 3, 4, 5 or 6 meters the safety stop engages on the dive computer. So we'll obviously have that set to 5 meters. Dive sample rate, you can choose between 2 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds or 60 seconds. And obviously the backlight duration, so the backlight function, the bottom right button, as I said, turns the backlight on and off. And you can have that turned off. You can have it so it stays on for 5 minutes, or you can do it so it stays on for, not 5 minutes, 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So we'll have it set to 10 seconds. So there's those settings there. If we go into the check for firmware, it's telling us that our version of firmware is up to date, which is great. And if we click on references, there's a quick reference guide there if you want any information around what the computer does. So as you can see there's a couple of cards there that are kind of a quick reference guide. And if we come back out to that, you can go into an owner's manual. And just while that's loading, there we go, we've got the full owner's manual for the Oceanic Geo 4.0, which is really great. It saves you needing to go onto the internet and find the file, the PDF somewhere online, and obviously download that. So it's a great little feature to have there. It gives it obviously all the information on how the dive computer works and everything you would need to know. So yeah, it's great. I'm actually quite impressed with that. There's plenty of detail in there. And yeah, what's not to like? So there we go, that is the Oceanic Geo 4.0. This is an absolutely great little dive computer, and it's packed with a ton of features, and it's spot on if you want to use it as an everyday watch. This is perfect for any level of diver, whether you are new and a beginner, or whether you're more experienced and you're already diving with mixed gases. But at today's money, this is only £320 retail. So absolutely perfectly priced in the market currently, especially when you consider some of the dive computers that have been released this year, which also double up as a watch. If any of you guys have got one of these already and you've been linking up to the app, I would love to hear in the comments down below what you guys think. And if any of you guys head off and purchase one of these after watching this video, we would love to hear what you think and what your thoughts and how you found connecting to the app. So with all that in mind, that's me done for today. I'm going to head off and leave you in peace. As always guys, if you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. Please feel free to share it, and as always, please click on subscribe and click that little bell icon to be notified for any future videos. But all said and done, that's me out of here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Cheers.